everybody, it's Dr. Lara Davis. Let's talk about getting some sleep. So go ahead and hit subscribe down below and the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So sleep is incredibly important to our health. Between sleep, nutrition, hydration, like it doesn't get much more important because everything kind of renews overnight. We need that rest to be able to be good for ourselves and for other people and the things we need to do. So if we are not sleeping, we're not performing as well as we could. And a lot of people think like, oh, well, you know, at least I'm getting something like 6 hours, 4 hours. That's not enough. Those effects start to compound on themselves and sets you up for long-term trouble with sleep. You're not functioning as well as you could. You're not performing as well as you could. So here's some things to kind of help you get back on track with your sleep. The first thing I suggest is to go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. And yes, this includes weekends too. This is the harder one because we think we can kind of catch up on the weekends, but it doesn't really work that way. I would say maybe give yourself an extra hour, but really no more than that, because then you're going to start to disrupt your sleep cycle. And then what happens is your body gets used to going to bed and waking up at the same time. So the more you get into that habit, then naturally you're going to get more tired when it's close to the time you have to go to sleep, and you'll wake up a little bit easier when it's time to wake up, because your body will just kind of be used to that. It'll start to pick up cues. You probably have heard this before, but staying away from devices like the one that you're on right now 30 minutes before bed. I'm sure you know of the blue light that comes out of these devices. Yes, there are blockers to it now, leave it on night mode and things like that, but even just the activation of the light and you scrolling is telling your mind like, oh, we should pay attention to this, so it continues to stay active and it's not really going into the resting mode. So create a bedtime routine. So say 30 minutes before bed, you know, if you're nighttime, shower or wash your face, brush your teeth. Some people like to journal or listen to some soft music, dim down the lights. Some people like to do relaxation exercises or meditations to calm down your body. And when you do this night after night, this becomes your routine and your body is like, oh, it's time for sleep. So it starts to kind of release the hormones and the melatonin needed to start to fall asleep, because it's like a cue to your body like, oh, we're getting ready for sleep. So find something that works for you. Reserve your bed only for sleep and sex, so it's not tied to any other sorts of activities. So, you know, if you're one that likes to do like homework in your bed or play around on your computer, things like that, try not to, just because it's still like being active in your bed. So you want to associate the cue of bed with rest and sleep. So you really want to reset your internal clock as well. So the going to bed and waking up at the same time will do that. But say if you're a napper, try not to nap if this is a problem for you, if you're not getting enough sleep at night or you're going to bed later, because that can screw up your sleep cycle. If sleep is not a problem for you, when you're probably not watching this video, and napping's okay, but if it is a concern, you want to try to cut that out or start to shorten that. And the other thing that you can do is, say if you're going to bed really late, say you're going to bed at like 1 or 2 in the morning and you really would like to be going to bed at 10, trying to just go to bed at 10 is not going to be very easy. So start working your way back slowly. So if you're going to bed at 1, try 12:30 one night for a few nights, then try 12, then 11:30, and kind of just work your way back slowly, kind of adjusting your body back that way. The other way you can do it If, say, you're really having trouble sleeping or really staying up really, really late, like we're talking like 4 or 5, on a weekend or a day that you don't have much to do the next day, if you're staying up that late, just stay up. Make yourself stay up until the next bedtime. You are going to be so exhausted that you're just going to pass out anyway. So that's going to kind of be that reset of the clock. So it's similar if you've ever traveled into a different time zone, very much like that. You kind of have to adjust your body to that time zone by, you know, kind of staying awake or getting to bed at a right time. So those are just some of my tips for better sleep. It is so, so, so important. So please make it a priority. And if you have, you know, any other tips or tricks that you enjoy that are healthy, please go ahead and pop them down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit subscribe and head on over to my website at drlaradavis.com where you'll learn a little bit more about me and what I do as a psychologist in the Central Florida area. All right, I hope you're having a wonderful day and you get some restful sleep tonight. Have a good one. Bye.